What's up guys, welcome to a Whole Foods and Trader Joe's grocery haul. As always, I'm going to show you not just what I picked up at the grocery store, but also give you some meal ideas. This video is crammed with lots of recipes, lots of meal ideas, lots of snack combinations, some of which are really unusual and unique, but I promise they're delicious, especially the one at the end. It's like a new favorite of mine, but you're going to have to stay tuned for that. I'm going to show you so many delicious recipes, and I know you're going to be excited about it, so let's get started. So first up, I got some of this Rayo's homemade tomato basil sauce. I absolutely love it, but I only get it when it's on sale. I also picked up an eggplant, and I used to hate eggplant. I thought it was so weird and mushy and flavorless, and then I learned how to cook it. One of my favorite ways is actually one of the simplest, and that is just to slice it in about the thickness that you see here. And then I will just take my grill pan, put a little bit of refined coconut oil into it, and then lay the slices down. You don't want to move them. You kind of want to let them sit so they can get a nice char. You want those grill marks because it makes the eggplant so flavorful. And then I just season with lots of salt and pepper. Now the key here is to make sure that you cook the eggplant until it gets nice and translucent and has those beautiful grill marks, but this is mind-blowingly delicious and I love serving it as a side dish. I also really like using grilled eggplant to make moussaka. So this was a recipe that I made in a video where I made Anna Jones's moussaka, and it was really delicious. It's a layered veggie dish that is kind of like a lasagna. It has a base of mashed potato with the grilled eggplant. Then it had a layer of the caramelized onions and tomatoes, and I added some zucchini with like thyme and garlic. You put this sauce on top, which is like a bechamel sauce that I made with chickpea flour, and then I decorated the top, baked it in the oven, and you can slice it up and serve it just like a lasagna with a nice green salad and some crusty bread. It is absolutely heavenly and a really great meal prep item as well. I also got some of this Koyo natural vegan yogurt. Now this is the natural plain unsweetened coconut cream yogurt, and if you loved Greek yogurt before going vegan, you really like that thick creamy texture, this is going to be that for you. It is super versatile. I use it in sweet recipes on top of my oatmeal or on top of my pancakes, or I use it as a sour cream replacement on tacos or on chili. It's really versatile, and I will say the only thing to keep in mind is that this is a little bit pricey. This small container is usually $2.99, so I only get it when it's on sale. I love dipping strawberries or even frozen strawberries into it, almost like a strawberries and whipped cream, but not as sweet. And if you use frozen strawberries, it is a little unusual, but it kind of gives like this ice cream effect, and it is so good. I've also done it with frozen cherries and frozen mango chunks. It just has this like really great texture, and it kind of acts as a whipped cream with the frozen fruit, and it's just a perfect, healthy, wholesome, delicious treat. I pretty much always get onions and potatoes when I'm at Whole Foods, and if I'm not just using potatoes as a simple side dish, one of my favorite things to do with them is to turn them into my potato taquitos. Now this is a lightened up version of something that can be very decadent, but it's every bit as cozy and satisfying and filling as the original. What I like to do is just make some mashed potatoes with a little bit of vegan cream cheese, some almond milk, salt, and pepper. I also like to add loads of flavor with some scallions or cilantro, any fresh herb, and that becomes the creamy filling. So it doesn't have to be super cheesy. You get a lot of that creamy, rich, satisfying, filling deliciousness from the potato filling. And I will basically just roll that into some flour tortillas. I like to make sure that it is fold side down on the tray. That way it'll stay together. And instead of deep frying, I'll just spray with a little bit of olive oil, sprinkle with some cheese, and then I will bake this until it is golden brown and crispy on the outside and warm and creamy on the inside. I like to serve this with a store-bought salsa verde on top, which I think is so great because it has this bright, flavorful acidity that really complements the creamy potato on the inside and the melted cheese on top. I also do a little sprinkle of cilantro and chopped white onion, and it is honestly, you guys, like restaurant quality good. So filling, so comforting, so decadent, just absolutely delicious with a green salad or with a black bean, corn, and tomato salad on the side for some protein. On this day, I also saw some really beautiful red chard at the grocery store, and I was having a hard time filming this clip so that I could actually show you how huge the leaves were. One of them was almost the size of 2 dinner plates, and it was just absolutely massive and so fresh. I was really drawn to this bright red stem and the deep leafy green color. This is just such a nutrient-dense vegetable, and the way I like to cook it is just to cut it up and saute it with some olive oil, garlic, fennel seed, and salt and pepper, and I'll just serve it as a side dish alongside whatever I'm making for dinner that night. I also picked up some coffee. It was on sale, so I got 2 bags. And then whenever I have almond milk, I will always use a little bit of a creamer. If I use soy milk, I don't feel like I need a creamer, but having a little splash of this with the almond milk makes it a little bit more creamy and delicious. And I also had this one that I wanted to show you from when we were doing a vegan view taste test. If you're looking for a good holiday creamer that isn't too sweet and is all vegan, of course, this one is one of my favorite. It is the dark chocolate truffle. And basically what I'm explaining in this clip, and I will link the video below, is that what I like to do with sweeter creamers is actually to do mostly soy or almond milk and then just a little splash of a holiday creamer. And that way it's not too sweet. And this chocolate one was so chocolatey and creamy. It doesn't separate and it's so good. Another thing I picked up at Whole Foods are these veggie spreads. Now this was over by the wine and the cheese, so definitely something that you could put into a gift basket, which is exactly what I did. And I wanted to mention this because I think it would be a really unique gift idea that you could give someone for under 15 bucks, honestly. All you would do is get your favorite spread or hummus or bitchin sauce, and then a really nice bread, either a good sourdough or, a rosemary focaccia. Put that in a basket along with the spread, and you can give that as a holiday gift. It's something small, but I feel like it's something that everybody would love. Everybody loves good bread. Everybody loves, a nice spread, and it's something that I don't think people get very often, so it's really unique and something that I think people would really enjoy, and again, a really great budget-friendly option. And I picked up some vegan chicken on this day. This one from Gardein is one that I get a lot because the sauce is separate. So I will often save the sauce and make a veggie teriyaki stir fry with it and then just use the chicken however I want. So like for a vegan chicken parm or for the tacos I was gonna make on this night, it's really versatile. I also got some cilantro and mushrooms and avocado because again, I was making tacos and you can't have tacos without some chips and salsa. So these are my favorite from late July. And to make the taco filling, I showed this in a video recently, so I'll link a video that has a lot more detail in the description box. I basically just cook up the mushrooms. I add lots and lots of flavor with some garlic powder, cumin, smoked paprika, which is so flavorful. And then I save a bunch of time just by adding in some salsa. So instead of cutting up tomatoes and onions and adding peppers and all that, I just use a chunky salsa and it adds moisture and flavor to the dish in a matter of seconds. Then I add a little water and the vegan chicken, and this just warms through in the pan. And in about 10 minutes, I have a really delicious savory taco filling that you can use for tacos, burritos, fajitas. Honestly, so good. Also at Whole Foods, I found this Malbec on sale. So Malbec is a grape that is grown in a lot of different areas, but primarily you're going to see Malbec wines from Argentina. When I think of a Malbec, I think of a wine that is dry, not sweet. I think of one that is big and bold and full-bodied, but not very tannic, and generally not too acidic. So it's very velvety, very easy drinking. And generally the flavors that you'll get in a Malbec are kind of jammy, stewed berry flavors, as well as sometimes hints of bitter cocoa powder, or sometimes they'll even have a smoky kind of tobacco-y element going on as well. But it all kind of blends together in a way that is very cohesive, very fruit forward, very big and bold and soft and luscious and velvety. And I love having a Malbec this time of year for that reason. From Trader Joe's, I got white truffle popcorn, which is very good, but not quite as good as the chips. Also these garlic naan crackers, which are delicious. And I also picked up a delicata squash. Also from Trader Joe's, I got these German spice cookies. I just used a ground flax egg instead of a regular egg and vegan butter, and they turned out really well. They're going to be a little crumbly when you mix them together, but they hold up and they're great. I also got these veggie burgers. These have been my go-to lunch recently, and some cooked beets. I put these on everything. I'm a little obsessed right now. And finally, I got some dried apricots. Now, you guys have probably seen me take dates, like big, squishy, caramelly, medjool dates, and take the pit out and put almond butter or peanut butter on top. That is honestly the best snack ever. And if you dip that into dark chocolate and put a little sea salt on top, oh my gosh, it is life-changing. It is one of my favorite treats ever. So kind of keeping that in mind, I think it's also really delicious to take dried apricots and dip them into peanut butter, salted peanut butter specifically. Now, I know that's gonna sound really weird. I actually saw it on Naomi Smart's YouTube channel. She was snacking on it. I thought I would try it, and it is so delicious. I love how chewy and not overly sweet an apricot is. It's much less sweet than a date, but it has a really nice texture to it. And then when you dip it in the salted peanut butter, it is just such a nice combination combination. It kind of has a peanut butter and jelly vibe, but if you had apricot jelly instead of strawberry or grape, and it is so good. It's also a really energizing, nourishing snack, and some of you will probably think it's weird, but I think it's delicious. I hope that you guys enjoyed this Whole Foods and Trader Joe's grocery haul. I would love to know if you've tried any of the groceries that I picked up from this haul and how you use them. So let me know, share your recipes or share your snack combinations. I would love to hear all about it. Give this video a thumbs up if you like grocery hauls and you want to see more, and subscribe to my channel and hit that bell if you're not already subscribed, and I will see you guys in a video very soon. Bye.